Welcome to A Trail of Breadcrumbs, Virgin Atlantic Airways journey towards agility. My name is Nick Whittaker.
And I'm Michelle Moss.
Hello, gorgeous. So who are we? Well, it matters to us if you're flying on a budget or in upper class. We will make you feel the most loved. We'll do it with Virgin Flair, whoever you are and wherever you're going. So we fly passenger planes and cargo planes to a little over 30 destinations, and we also do package holidays. Prior to the COVID situation, we were reporting revenue of just short of 3 billion, which is an improvement on previous years directionally, and a year-on-year increase in passenger numbers. Post-COVID, well, you'll have seen the news, we're not flying passenger planes at the moment. Although the good news, we're planning to restart next month to a small number of destinations. However, on the upside, this has been our busiest cargo period on record. Michelle?
So we have around now 9,000 employees. So this is now being reduced by a third, with around 90% of us furloughed. And within technology, there were 220 with a heavy supply chain, and this is now being reduced to 165. Our structure within technology is we have our CIO, who has a VP of transformation. Nick reports into her, and then along with testing, dev and DevOps, I report into Nick. Nick.
So what's this talk about? Well, I've been to many of these events. I've sat where you're sat, not at home, obviously, in an auditorium. I've seen companies like Adidas, Barclays, Jaguar on the stage explaining how DevOps they were, how they had these cool pipelines that were deploying billions of times a second into production, generating huge value for customers and internal value for the organization. And I'd sit there where you are and I'd think, well, that's all very well and good, but how do I get from where I am to where you are? I've got no funding, I've got no buy-in, and it sounds a bit like what you've been challenged with is a standard three-tier web stack. I've actually got an 80-year-old EBSIDIC flat file mainframe at the back end. I've got Oracle Solaris servers, I've got BizTalk, I've got MPQ, I've got Azure, I've got AWS. I've got no idea where to start. So this is our attempt to describe how you can navigate that journey. What it isn't is to talk about how we've got it nailed at Virgin Atlantic. We haven't. We're on the journey, but there's a lot of work to do. It's absolutely not a talk about what tools or frameworks you can buy that will make you agile or make you DevOps. And it's absolutely not a talk about the right way to do things, although hopefully we'll be able to impart some lessons as to how we did it. Michelle?
It is a talk, however, about what to do when you're asked to fix something that is fundamentally broken and you've got no idea where to start from, and what you are doing doesn't seem to be working. And given current circumstances, we are also going to touch on what happens when big things go wrong. Nick.
So how did the journey start? Well, it started with a reorg and my boss at the time saying to me, Nick, we need some DevOps. And he gave me this pithy job description, lots of words. After I'd assimilated it, I turned around to my boss and I said, all right, how are you expecting me to do this? His response was pretty much, go and figure it out. So once I'd calmed down, we asked the question of the first breadcrumb. Why is it we were really having the conversation? What is it that my boss was really getting at? Michelle.
The problems we were having were that Virgin Atlantic was heavily siloed. We ran within divisions, we had technology, within commercial we had a digital team with their own tech people, and operations with their own technology being delivered. It was leading to lots of conversations that sounded like, we want a website, didn't you know we've got one already? Nick.
We had lots of technology. We had all the technology. As I said, we at the back end, we got big 80-year-old TPF mainframes. We had a huge range of middleware. We had some nascent cloud technology. We had a number of websites. and we had a very complex technical architecture. Michelle.
And whilst you wouldn't expect Virgin Planes to have a near miss, we did have different projects in different silos, delivering overlapping things tangentially. We own all of the CRMs and we use 10% of each of them. Nick.
Business often didn't trust technology, so we'll go off with a credit card and deliver its own solutions. First thing we would hear would be a call to the help desk saying, quick, our mission critical smart sheet application at the airport has gone down. Can you fix it? To which we'd reply, but we don't use smart sheet. We're licensed for Power BI. What do you mean we can't land planes? Michelle.
To make it worse, leadership would disappear off site once a year with a bag of bones and runes, and after all of their mystical dancing would come back with a pronouncement of what we'd be delivering this year to make it better. Do you think we ever over-delivered and underspent on all of this stuff? Nick.
Finally, I had a growing awareness that there might be a better way to do this stuff. Michelle.
So our second breadcrumb, what did we need to do? Our silos wanted more from us than we could deliver. We had people using the word agile a lot. We were giving people external training, receiving their Scrum certificates, and coming back to run waterfall projects. We were spending money on large projects, which were running for ages and delivering something. We didn't have a day one starter pack, but we did have a nice tech